sit here, we find Forest Green Rovers sitting top of the National League. On the pitch, you must be extremely satisfied with how things are going at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, you can't not be happy being top of the league, can you? I think we all want us to have done a little bit better in the last 5-6 games, you know, maybe the last 10 games. But brilliant start to the season, and we're still top, so very happy with that.
Yeah. It's almost, actually funny enough, almost 2 years exactly since you appointed Eddie Pennick as manager. How do you assess the job he's done?
He's doing a good job, I would say. I think he found his feet pretty quickly. He finished 10th in his first season, didn't he? First part season.
Sort of midway through, yeah.
5th in his first full season. I expect we'll do better this year. I think he's doing well, yeah.
It doesn't seem to be anyone like to run away with it, so it could be a really exciting season. It could go right to the wire.
Yeah, seasons are like games, aren't they? They tend to have 2 halves, don't they? Yeah, and after Christmas you get the kind of second half of the season, and it's a different thing again, isn't it? Some teams fall away, don't they? Some teams come on strong. Who knows what's going to happen. And because then there's the transfer window, the Christmas shopping period, it changes things up a little bit.
Do you expect to be busy in that one?
Shopping? I think we'll do a little bit of shopping, yeah. Yeah, not a lot.
Yeah.
A little bit, so we can give ourselves a little bit of an edge.
Yeah. You made a secret from day one. Obviously, the Football League is the ambition, is the aim. Realistically, how much further do you think up the pyramid can Forest Green Rovers aspire to?
Well, I think I've said this before, but our aim is to get to the Championship. I think that's realistic with the new location, Danniel Junction 13. I think if you look at the logistics of that location, centrally based as it is, pretty much from the Canterbury, Gloucestershire, accessible all the way down to North Bristol, up to Tewkesbury, that kind of stuff. There's a big catchment area for us there. So the infrastructure would enable it in that location. And then there's a question of us sorting things out on the football side. Well, I suppose I had no expectations, and if you go back right to the very beginning, it was just a question of could we help out this little local club, save them going bankrupt, with a little bit of money, and that was the very beginning, and then it turned into something more, and then one day it turned into a much bigger deal, and it was a question of either walking away and seeing it fall over, or rolling our sleeves up and jumping with both feet. And then it turned into a rescue mission. So at the very beginning, wasn't expected to be involved at all. But by the time it was clearly it needed rescuing or walking away from, then I could see it was a big job, and I obviously didn't want to do it because I was very busy. But I really enjoyed it. I had no real fear or expectation. I believe it was worse than anybody at the club knew. It was certainly worse than they were telling me, but I believe it's worse than they knew. I don't think they had a clue, actually, kind of, where the money was going and what it was really taking. It's the most disorganised thing I've ever been involved in my life, and I mean no disrespect to anybody, but my background is as a hippie traveller. I've lived with some lunched out people in some lunched out situations. Forest Green is the most lunched out thing I've ever been a part of.
This money bags tag, does that bother you? Does that annoy you?
Nah, not really. I think it's an irritant. Manager's not keen on it. I think it's a distraction. It's one of those things that fans and managers of other clubs like to use to make excuses for themselves before they come to play. So oh yeah, they've got a big budget. If they lose or draw, yeah, they've got a big budget. It's a distraction. Our budget now is much smaller than it was a couple of seasons ago, the rumours of us having the biggest budget in the league, they're rubbish. Absolute rubbish. So I'm not too troubled about it. That's football as I've learned it. People use other people's budgets as excuses for their own failures.
How are plans now going for the UK club and the stadium? What's the latest?
It's going very well. We've been consulting since about July, I think, getting a lot of feedback from all around the district. Dave Drew's been out there talking to everybody, he's doing a great job. We've refined the design. We've written the planning application itself. That's with the council now for them to take a look at the draft of. And I just had a meeting before I met you actually about this. With any luck, we'll be submitting it in December. The response to the whole thing from the district as a whole has been fantastic. The response from our fans as well has been fantastic. Yeah. It's hard to find a fan who doesn't think it's a good idea, almost from everywhere. Yeah. So the big thing for me about Junction 13 is the location, the ease with which people can get their home and away fans, because most of our fans don't come from Forest Green. That might be obvious, but it's probably not obvious to everybody, but they don't.
Forest Green Rovers announced officially at the weekend became the world's first professional football club to turn vegan. Why are you so passionate about the food there, and it does not just the players, but the fans as well? It's clearly an issue that means a lot to you.
Well, it's just food, really. I don't care who it is we're feeding, players, fans, staff, visitors, guests, call it what you like. If we're going to be involved in it, then it's got to be something we believe in, or not something that we don't believe in. And there are real problems with the meat and dairy industry.
For particular football grounds, as you know, it's almost tradition. Your half-time pie and your cup of tea. Is that? Can you understand the opposition to that?
We have pies, we have tea, we have a great burger.
So your message, I guess, is just try it. Don't knock it till you try it.
There's a home game once a fortnight. Is it a real hardship to once a fortnight try something different? I think so. It's not imposing anything on anybody. It's just saying, look, this is something new. This is what we believe in. Why don't you give it a go? But if you don't like it, bring what you want. We've said that from the get-go. People can bring whatever they want to a game. But our fans aren't bothered.